sneak it away. But that being said, ooh, on top of that, DS picks up the first frag, so they use that resource to a good extent. Now, Exit with the railgun, defending against plasma, not getting hit by any of those plasma balls. His teammate does not have that kind of luck, although, oops, we got a little bit of a crater. That looks pretty painful. And,
Ouch.
all the places, all the times to die. This is the second map that we've seen where that initial frag
I'm
gets
still kind of
burned off.
laughing at Exodus saying, why are there like 5 billion shotguns on DM7?
First quad goes to K9. That said, Exodus is extremely weak here, and will be picked off very quickly by Sin's railgun from afar. Currently shooting at 42% in the opening minute, but getting double teamed. Surf will pull him down in order to make it a 2-point game.
Absolutely,
Resources.
and again, we could be seeing things go really close here. On CA2, we don't get to see it too often, but more than DM7 anyway. Serp is going to be shot down. Sin is actually going to be really hungry for that shotgun. Weapons are at a premium for him, but that's going to be tying it back up. Sin grabbing that with 20 health is going to be making it 3-on-3 and actually taking the lead there. So Red's going to be coming up in 50 more seconds, but they've been fighting over it like it's going to spawn as soon as someone gets killed.
A reflex setting up on Red, able to get the bounces on Serp, but with 4 health, very risky to be poking out. And we go take a look at Sin, his teammate, also ducking and covering. Red armor is up, and Exodus goes, oh, looky what we have here. Oh, that's a rocket to my nuts, but I still got the red, so I'm better than you. 4-4.
But that was a picture-perfect example.
IRC is being extremely good. Shivo versus Reeves, although fuck you for misspelling Christopher Reeves' last name. UFC tonight on Spike. Shivo versus Reeves. Winner plays Stephen Hawking. Yeah, good times. 5-4. 2.5 minutes burned away. K9. Honestly, it's just back and forth. Resources never really going to anyone's full control just yet. Jahar, do you think that this quad might be the separator?
I don't know. I think Reeves' cape would be the separator. But, yeah, this quad could definitely come into handy here. Sin is going to be dropping back on it. It is actually going to be Reflex getting the grab, taking down Exodus as he makes that entrance. And that's what we get to see a whole lot here on CA2. Just those, you know, those Johnny-come-latelys to the quad damage. Reflex getting the damage done. But, oh my god, Exodus getting the drop in with the machine gun. That was ballsy.
Yeah, that really was ballsy, but it was also a really critical play because shutting down that quad, pretty much as a fresh spawn, yeah, that needed to happen because that pretty much shut down the opportunity for what could have been a gaping lead. That said, Exodus able to survive and pull it back to a tie, about to pick up another frag against Reflux, 18 health, and he's watching his ass. He's able to deny this rocket launcher and grab it for himself. Red armor is up once more.
Absolutely, I'm loving how close this is right now. Fight over the exit of rocket launcher of Red armor, and Exodus is going to be the last guy there going, where is everybody? But Reflex coming up the pad is going to be eating a hot load of steaming buckshot, and Exodus is going to be making that happen. Exodus actually popping Sin right over the spawn of Red armor, but maybe that wasn't such a great idea. Sin's going to be surviving that, albeit with 25 health. But holy crap, we're seeing just the frag trade up again and again, and Exodus, again, being that Johnny-come-lately guy, he's like, oh, hey, cool, an item.
I found a crowd of wounded people.
Grabs.
Let me shoot them.
He's usually
oh, pummel! Nice, yeah. Exodus is getting a nice little jolly laugh out of that one. Sin is able to pick up the frag and the lead with that pummel, and we see it quickly tied, a little back and forth. Not even worth mentioning the score at this point because the quad is all that matters in the next 10 seconds. Sin is scrambling in order to get some kind of stack, and that yellow armor behind him is up. He could have gotten it and gotten back for quad, but instead he's going to have to do this armor-less, and let's see if it will hurt his chances for survival. He does pick up this quad, but dodging rockets, he now has not much to work with, and he cannot be aggressive here because he doesn't have any armor, and so that 50 armor is looking pretty good now, isn't it, Sin? Let's see what he does. Red armor is up, and he's able to take it without taking any damage. Very, very critical kill, and he will now be able to go on a 10-second warpath. Does he not?
And we'll see what he can do with that. It will gonna clock down, but most of the guys are gonna be waiting by the teleporters, looking for the handy-dandy escape. Sin going, hey, let's play chase the grenade. Fetch.
Yeah. Yeah. What I don't get is, like, does Sin not have his headphones turned up? Oh, that's, oh my god, that was awesome.
Nice. But I do have to ask, what the hell do you do to your dog to make it sound like that?
No, who needs a soundboard when you've got me? Alright. Now, I really have a problem with Sin's lack of headphones, or I don't know what, but while he had quad, I could hear guys around him. But he was just like, I'm gonna chase a grenade instead. I don't know. That's a little bit weird. DS has picked up the lead, but you know, it's back and forth again. It could be a bit larger, I think. 19-17 currently. Free frag.
And for all of the random shit we've been seeing so far here on CA2, it's 20-17, and Reflex taken down. Oh,
You were saying?
I love this match. Alright, Rail's going to be spammed by Exodus. He's going to be taking out Reflex. That is a denied Rail. Exodus landing on top of the quad spawn about 10 seconds before it comes back up. Hopefully, they'll be making themselves ready for it. Exodus kind of puts himself out of the way. He's again going to be the last guy to that party, and he's going to be taken down in midair by Sin's midair quadded shotty.
Yeah, that being said, the quad carrier is pretty damaged. He's able to replenish with that 50. But, yeah, a part of me is wondering if maybe Sin should just use this to get item dominance for this red armor. Oh, he barely gets a frag. Where's his teammate? Reflex. He's getting railed in the face. And will likely... No! Not quite dying. That's a little bit lucky. 3 health for Reflex. 3 health. Wow. 26-20. That's the biggest lead we've seen all game long. 7.5 minutes burned away. And red is not there, Reflex. It won't come back for another 20 seconds. Exodus just reminded you what it's like to take a rocket to the face. Sin gets another taste. Reflex back for more. Sin trying to do a little bit of deja vu. Turning to potentially shoot his teammate. Nice move by Exodus.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't get the red armor, but he does get a very critical kill just after the pickup. 25-27. And look at this. Oh, he almost gets away. One errant plasma ball to the nuts. 28-25. DS still leading by 3. Red in 5. Quad in 30.
And it looks like it is going to be DS up and ready for it. 28-25 now. Geez, and we still have half of this stuff left to go. But again, very close game. Quad coming up in 20. Reflex, he's wasting a lot of time here. Finally picks up some armor, but he's got plasma, he's got rockets, and a grenade launcher. But so far, he's been out of the action for so long. Not there for the frags. Finally shows back up for red armor about 5 seconds early.
This is actually a really, really critical play because they both got armor. You know, they waited a little bit too long to push in on quad, I thought, but they entered really stacked, and hilariously, Reflex is able to take him down, but ooh, a little bit of clusterfuck at the teleporter exit. 28-31. Serp is the last guy standing, trying to dodge the splash, and he is able to get it done, landing a great rocket to pop his opponent up, and that'll give him a chance to exit the room.
You do a heat map of where the frags are happening this match, and I would say red armor has been far more lethal than the quad damage has been so far.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much it's grabbing the quad and going and potentially getting, you know, a little bit of a spat. But yeah, the red armor is really where all the action is focusing, and I think these guys are forgetting. You know, normally I'd say maybe they're forgetting that the yellows are coming up, but I am seeing that they are picking up the yellows on a regular basis, so it's just a matter that that's where they want to fight. We got a double team at RA, 31-32. K9 trying to get a comeback before this next quad. And